Hello everyone. Good morning students. In previous class we discussed the chapter complex number, and in that chapter we discussed about the some questions based on complex number, conjugate of any complex number. Okay, we discuss about the purely real and purely imaginary complex number and so on. Today, dear students, we take some more important questions of your NCERT exercise based on complex number. Okay, let's see the question here. Now we take the question of your NCERT exercise as if a plus I whole square upon 2a minus I, okay, 2a minus I is equal to p plus I cube is equal to p plus I cube. Okay, show that we have to show that p square plus q square as a square plus 1 whole square upon 4a square plus 1. This is our question, students, and we have to show that in question we have if a plus I whole square upon 2a minus I is equal to p plus I cube. Okay, p plus I cube, then we have to show that p square plus q square as a square plus 1 whole square and 4a square plus 1. Okay, now dear student, first of all let we solve the given question in this way. Let's see. First of all, dear students, we write the given question. Okay, so first of all we write given as, what is given as a plus I whole square upon 2a minus I, right here 2a minus I, okay, is equal to what? P plus I to take equation 1. Okay, first of all, dear student, we write the given question as it is, as a plus I whole square upon 2a minus I is equal to p plus I cube. So take equation number 1. Now dear students, taking conjugate both side, we take conjugate both side. Let's see. Now write taking conjugate both side of equation 1 we get. Okay, now taking conjugate both side of equation 1 we get what? Let's see. We write a plus I whole square upon 2a minus I whole bar represent what? Is a whole bar, na? Represent as what? Conjugate, and here we write as in this way. Okay, and we know that the property of conjugate z1 upon z2 bar is equal to, we can write z1 bar upon z2 bar. We write so since we know that this is the property of conjugate of its conjugate complex number, mod bar of z1 upon z2 is equal to z1 bar upon z2 bar, we can write in this way also. So here, dear student, we use this property of the conjugate of any complex number. So here we write as in the form of a plus I whole square, the bar of a plus I whole square upon here bar of 2a minus I. Same as here, you know that what is the complex of any what is the conjugate of any complex number? We just replacing I by minus I. So here we can write what? P minus I cube. Here we write p minus I cube. Similarly here in that side we can write a minus I whole square upon, here we write as 2a plus I, because of we just replacing I by minus I. So in this way we have a minus I whole square upon 2a plus I. Okay, now let's see. Here we write p minus iq as it is. Take equation number 2. Take equation number 2. Now dear students, in order to prove the question p square plus q square is equal to a square plus 1 whole square upon 4a square plus 1, now we multiply equation 1 and 2. We multiply equation 1 and 2. Let's see. Now multiply equation 1 and 2. Okay, we get, let's see that side here, p minus iq into p plus iq, right? P plus iq into p minus iq is equal to, okay, is equal to this into this. Now let's see here, a plus I whole square upon 2a minus I into, here we have a minus I whole square upon 2a plus I. Now dear students, we can write, we have a plus b into a minus b. So what is the formula of a plus b into a minus b? A square minus b square. So here we using the identity as a square minus b square, we get what? B square minus I square q square. Same as in RHS, we write as a square minus b square whole square. Okay, a plus b into a minus b and taking square both. Now similarly in denominator we write as a square minus b square, that is a plus b into a minus b. We write as 2a square minus I square. So we know that the value of I square is minus 1. So here we put the value of that. So we get p square plus q square is equal to a square plus 1 whole square upon 2 to the 4a square plus 1. Hence this is our result. Hence we proved it. So dear students, we can prove that type of question in this way. Here when we multiply equation 1 and 2, then we get p plus iq into p minus iq is equal to a plus I whole square upon 2a minus I into a minus I whole square upon 2a plus I. So this is the form of a plus b into a minus b. We write as a square minus b square, and same as here in right hand side also we write a square minus b square upon, here we write 2a square minus I square, and we know that the value of I square is what? Minus 1. So we replace I square by minus 1. In that way we get our result as p square plus q square is equal to a square plus 1 whole square, and in denominator we have 4a square plus 1. Hence proved. So dear students, in this way we proved that type of questions. Okay, now dear students, you can solve all the questions of your NCERT exercise based on that topic. Okay, now dear student, we take some other questions based on same things. Let's see. Now dear students, we take some more important questions of your NCERT exercise. Let's see. Next question is, if a plus ib is equal to x plus I whole square upon 2x square plus 1, 2x square plus 1, then prove that a square plus b square is equal to x square plus 1 whole square upon 2x square plus 1 whole square. Okay, this is our question here. Dear students, we have to prove that a plus ib is equal to x plus I whole square upon 2x square plus 1. We have to show that a square plus b square is equal to x square plus 1 whole square upon 2x square plus 1 whole square. Now dear students, in proving that questions, we follows the method of previous questions. We solve that question in the same as previous question. Let's see its solution. First of all, dear students, we write the given question as it is. Okay. So here given as what? A plus ib is equal to x plus I whole square upon 2x square plus 1. Take equation number 1. Okay. Now we taking conjugate both side of equation 1. Okay. Now we write as what? Taking conjugate both side of equation 1 we get. Okay. Taking conjugate both side of equation 1 we get what? Let's see. We have as a plus ib bar is equal to, we write in this way, whole square upon 2x square plus 1 as bar. Okay. And again we know that since we know that z1 upon z2 bar is equal to z1 bar upon z2 bar. We know that this is the property of conjugate of any complex number. Okay. Now let's see here we using the that property. We have what? Here we get a minus ib is equal to, here we write as whole square bar upon bar. So we have here, we have what? X minus I whole square upon 2x square plus 1. Now we have, dear students, we write a minus ib as equal to x minus I whole square upon 2x square plus 1. Take equation number 2. Okay. Now dear students, we write after taking conjugate both side of equation 1, we have a minus ib is equal to x minus I whole square upon 2x square plus 1. Take equation number 2. Now dear students, we multiply equation 1 and 2. Let's see. Now multiply equation 1 and 2, we get, let's see, a plus ib into a minus ib is equal to what? Here write x plus I whole square upon 1 into x minus I whole square upon 2x square plus 1. Okay. We write as it is. Now let's see, if we multiply a plus, this is the form of a plus b into a minus b, so we can write as a square minus b square. So here dear student, we have as a square plus b square after solving that part. Now here we write as what? A plus b into a minus b, so we write as a square minus b square whole square. Same as in denominator, we write as a, this is the same value, so we write 2x square plus 1 whole square. Here we write as the value of I square is minus 1, so here if we put minus 1, then we get what? X square plus 1 whole square upon 2x square plus 1 whole square. Hence we prove that result. So dear students, in this way we have to show that the value of a square plus b square as x square plus 1 whole square upon 2x square plus 1 whole square. Okay, this is, dear student, this is very important questions of your NCERT exercise. Okay, now dear students, we take some other important questions of the chapter complex number. Let's see. Now let's see very important question of your NCERT exercise. Let's see. Find real theta. Find, your question is find real value of theta such that 3 plus 2y sin theta 3 plus 2y sin theta upon 1 minus 2y sin theta. 3 plus 2y sin theta upon 1 minus 2i sin theta is purely real. Is purely real. This is our question here. Okay, we have to show that find real value theta such that the value 3 plus 2i sin theta upon 1 minus 2i sin theta is purely real. This is one of the most important question of your NCERT exercise. Now dear student, let's solve it. In solving this question, first of all, dear student, we convert it into its standard form. Now let's see. Let z is equal to 3 plus 2i sin theta upon 1 minus 2i sin theta. We converting the given complex number in its standard form. First we rationalize, we multiply both the numerator of and denominator by the conjugate of its denominator as 1 plus 2y sin theta. So here we multiply in both the numerator and denominator by 1 plus 2i sin theta. Okay, 1 plus 2i sin theta. So we get what as z is equal to, we multiply 3 1 the 3 plus 3 2 the 6i sin theta. Now plus 2i sin theta plus 2 to the 4i square into sin square theta. Okay, upon, this is the form of a minus b into a plus b, so we can write as what, a square means 1 minus b square means what, 2 to the 4i square sin square theta. And we know that the value of I square is minus 1. Since write in this way, since we know that I square is equal to minus 1, so we put here, so z is equal to, we write as I square as minus 1, so here we get 3 minus 4 sin square theta, and take I as common, okay, plus I as common, then we have 6 sin theta plus 2 sin theta, na 6 sin theta plus, okay, 2 sin theta, that is 8 sin theta I think. Okay, upon here we had 1 plus 4 sin square theta. Let's see. Yes, this is right. Okay, now let's see once more step, that is x z is equal to 3 minus 4 sin square theta plus 6 sin theta and plus 2 sin theta is 8 sin theta, I into 8 sin theta, and separate each other. We write in this way also, 3 minus 4 sin square theta upon 1 plus 4 sin square theta. Okay, and I into 8 sin theta upon 1 plus 4 sin square theta. Now dear students, we convert the given complex number in its standard form in the form of a plus ib. Here this is the form of a plus ib, where a means that is real part and this is our imaginary part. But dear students, the given the given complex number is purely real, na? The given complex number is purely real according to question, so we must have its imaginary part must be equal to 0. Write in this way, since the given the complex number z, which is let here, the complex number z is what, purely real, is purely real, then its imaginary part of z must be equal to 0. Now let's see here, the imaginary part of that complex number is what? 8 sin theta upon 1 plus 4 sin square theta na. So this value becomes what? 0. Now let's see here. So the imaginary part of z, imaginary part of that complex number is equal to 0. That is, we have, this is our imaginary part, that is 8 sin theta upon 1 plus 4 sin square theta must be equal to 0. So we have as 8 sin theta is equal to 0. So sin theta is equal to 0, and which is this is the value of sin 0. So the general solution of the trigonometric equation of the form sin theta is equal to sin alpha as theta is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into alpha. So here we get as theta is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n into 0. Alpha is 0 here. So we have the real of value of theta as n pi, where n belong in integer. This is our required solution. Okay. So dear student, this is very important question. Let's see once more time. In that question is given that find the value, real value theta such that this is purely real number. If first of all we convert the given complex number in its standard form. Okay. So first we rationalize the given complex number, means we just multiply in both the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of its denominator as 1 minus 2i sin theta. Okay. Now we have, after solving that values, we got as this. Now this is the standard form of the given complex number in the form of a plus ib. Now according to question, the given complex number is purely real. Purely real if means that what? Any complex number is said to be purely real if and only if their imaginary part must be equal to 0. Now here we apply the condition of the purely real complex number, that is imaginary part of that complex number must be equal to 0. That is imaginary part of z is equal to 0. So here the imaginary part is what? 8 sin theta upon 1 plus 4 sin square theta na. So here we put the value of imaginary in its imaginary part. So we have 8 sin theta upon 1 plus 4 sin square theta is equal to 0. So we get as 8 sin theta is equal to 0, sin theta is equal to 0. And after that, this is the general trigonometric equation, and we solving that type of, we know that the general solution of that type of trigonometric equation as what? N pi plus minus 1 to the power n into alpha, and here alpha is 0 degree. So in this way the general solution of the value theta as n pi. This is our required answer. So dear students, you can solve all the question of your NCERT exercise based on that topics. Okay, now let's see some next important question here. Let's see the next question. If a plus ib into c plus id e plus if e plus if and g plus ih into g plus ih is equal to what? A plus ib. A plus ib. This is your question. Okay. Now prove that a square plus b square into c square plus d square into e square plus f square into g square plus h square is equal to a square plus b square. Okay, this is our question. This is one of the most important question of your syllabus. Okay, dear student, we proving that question based on the following identity. Let's see its solution. We know that mod of z1 into z2 into z2 n dot so on zn is equal to mod of z1 into mod of z2 in dot so on mod of zn. We know that this property of the modulus of any complex number. So here, dear students, first we have write as it is, taking modulus both sides, taking modulus both side we get. Let's see, if taking modulus both side, then what we have, let's see, we have as a plus ib, c plus id, e plus if and g plus ih is equal to a plus ib. We taking modulus both side, so we get as this. Now we using the identity, this is the, we using the property, this property in that place. Let's see, we write as what, mod of a plus ib, mod of c plus id, mod of e plus if and mod of g plus ih is equal to mod of a plus ib. Okay, right? We write in this way now, and we know that the modulus of any complex number will, let's see, since we know that the modulus of any complex number is square root of a square plus b square, means the modulus of any complex number is equal to the square root of sum of square of real part plus square of imaginary part. So here we have, let's see what we have, under root a square plus b square into this is under root c square plus d square into this is get, we have e square plus f square into this is g square plus h square is equal to under root a square plus b square. Now squaring both sides, now squaring both sides we get, if we squaring both sides, then square root is cancel to each other, cancel out in both the sides. So we have what, a square plus b square into c square plus d square into e square plus f square into g square plus h square as a square plus b square, hence proved. So dear students, in this way, so this is the very one of the most important question of your NCERT exercise. Let's see first once more time, this is our given question. Now we taking modulus both side, now we taking modulus both side, we get as this. And the one of the most important property of modulus of any complex number is that if modulus of product of n complex number as z1 into z2 into z2 and dot so on zn mod of, then we can write as product of its individual modulus as mod of z1 into mod of z2 into mod of z3 and dot so on mod of zn. So here using this property, so we write in this way also, mod of a plus b, mod of c plus id, mod of e plus if and mod of g plus ih is equal to mod of a plus ib, write as it is in RHS. So we know that the concept of modulus this, so using the concept of modulus of any complex number, so we write as this in that form. Okay, now we square both sides of above equation, so we get, you know that squaring both sides, then square root is cancel in both the sides, so we have as a square plus b square into c square plus d square into e square plus f square plus into g square plus h square as a square plus b square, hence this is proved our result. Now dear students, you can solve all the questions of your NCERT exercise based on that type of question. Now in next class we discuss some other topic of complex number. Okay, thank you.